All right. Eamon, you've been here a couple of years. What was behind the decision to come in the first place?
The States was always somewhere that I wanted to come to. I've always been intrigued by just living here, and obviously football here as well. Got the opportunity to come here in 2012, but I was over in Iran at the time, so I chose to stay put in Iran at the time. So I just felt when the opportunity came towards the end of 2015 that it was probably the right time to make that jump. Got the opportunity to come to here in Indianapolis here in the 11, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
How is it treating you?
Really good, yeah, really good. Adapting to life in America and in Indianapolis, and it's been quite easy. People here in the Midwest are very friendly, like people back home in Ireland, always willing to help. It's not a major city whereby, it's not somewhere where you're going to get lost, or kind of big city. It's easy enough to adapt to and find your way around, and I've enjoyed it ever since I came.
You came up against Richie Ryan, a guy you know from your days back in the League of Ireland. Are you surprised there's not more Irish over here?
I am, yeah. Any of the Irish that I know that's come over here in the NSL, myself, Colin Falvey, Richie Ryan, Kieran Kilduff, Jay Keegan obviously came from Galway. He's American, but he came from Galway to Edmonton. Everyone's kind of done well over here. They've made a bit of a mark, a bit of a name for themselves. So I'm surprised that more haven't made the jump, or clubs over here haven't kind of looked over there a little bit more. Maybe now, next season, obviously, with us doing quite well over here, maybe that'll happen.
And obviously the facilities and the money in the game is a lot bigger and better over here, but how about the actual quality and standard on the pitch? Any differences there?
It's just teams over here. Teams over here maybe try to play a bit more football than back home. And that's not knocking anything back home, because there's some quality teams back home. Dundalk, Cork City, Sligo Rovers. I know these teams try to play football. I just think maybe the overall product is slightly better, and that is down to better facilities and better training facilities, full-time training, more money. I think that's down to that. I think there's many guys over in Ireland that would be able to come over here and compete and do well for themselves. So I don't think there's too big of a standard difference, but I do think there's a massive difference in the standard of facilities and stadium and everything else kind of off the pitch.
And then you've probably played against one or two MLS teams.
Yeah.
Is there much of a jump to that quality, or is that something you think you could bridge easily?
At my age, I don't know, but we played against a few teams. I don't think there's a major difference. I think the American players are very similar in our league and in the MLS. I think maybe the difference is the MLS gets some very high-profile foreigners. You have to have an impressive CV to be able to play in the MLS. I think that's the main difference. I think 7 foreigners per team in the MLS maybe. I think the Americans are similar enough. I don't think there's a massive standard difference.
And you're talking about you're not getting any younger. You're 34.
Yeah.
What does the future hold? Do you think you're here for another couple of years?
I'd like to finish playing here. I feel good. I felt good for the 2 years I've been here, so I'd like to play on for another couple of years. I got a good amount of goals last year. I've reached certain targets this year, so I think I can play on for another couple of years here. And after that, who knows? I've began coaching a university team here, a women's university team, Ball State University. I've really enjoyed that this season, so that's something that I'm going to maybe look into, in the future. The opportunities here for coaching are much more vast than back home.
So you don't see yourself going home anytime soon if it's your call?
I'm enjoying it. I can't complain. I'd like to stay here for a couple of years, and who knows? I never thought it. Initially, I came over for the year just to see what it was like, and haven't looked back since. I'm due to stay here for another year, so I love it here. And who knows, if things work out after football, I could stay here, yeah.
And finally, obviously you had a few clubs back in Ireland. Still look out for League of Ireland results, and
I do,
which team would you have a soft spot for?
Do you know what? I look at all the teams I've played for. I look at Sligo Rovers. Obviously, they're needing a couple of results to stay in the Premier Division. I thoroughly expect them to do that, because they have some quality down there. But I always, obviously, I live with Colin Falvey, and he's a massive Cork City fan, so he's obviously keep a note of Cork City and
They're having a good year.
Yeah. I like. I played up in Derry City, so I obviously keep note of how they're doing, and I have a soft spot for Stephen Kenny, probably one of the best managers I've ever played under. So again, I look at Dundalk and how they're doing. So no, we obviously being living with Colin Falvey, we talk about the League of Ireland a lot, and if we get a chance to watch a game, because we actually have Network 2 at home, so if we get a chance to watch a game, we'll watch it.
Perfect. All right, thank you.